All right, let's talk about the single most critical tool you're going to build for your GIAC certification, your exam index. Seriously, mastering this one thing can be the difference between passing with confidence and completely running out of time.
So first things first, you've probably heard that GIAC exams are open book. And yeah, you can bring all your course books right into the exam with you. On the surface, that sounds like a huge advantage, right? A safety net that means you can find any answer. But here's the trap. With a stack of 5 or 6 massive textbooks in front of you, open book can quickly become your worst enemy. Every minute you spend frantically flipping through hundreds and hundreds of pages, searching for one specific command or one little concept, that's a minute you're not spending on the next question. And time is the one resource you just can't get back.
So here's our game plan. We're going to tackle the open book challenge head-on. Then I'll introduce you to your secret weapon, the index, and we'll walk through exactly how to build it. We'll look at some popular methods, cover how to fine-tune it with practice tests, and finally, how to use it on the big day.
This brings us to the solution, the absolute key to conquering that clock. We're talking about the index. This thing isn't just a guide, it's a high-speed, custom-built lookup system that you're going to make from scratch.
Now, it is absolutely crucial to understand what an index is and what it isn't. It is not some magic cheat sheet, and it's definitely not a replacement for actually studying the material. Instead, think of it as a dual-purpose weapon. It's a powerful study tool that forces you to really engage with the content, and it's a high-speed lookup system for exam day.
And look, this quote says it all. The process is the point. The very act of building your own index is what cements the knowledge in your brain. That's exactly why you can't just borrow someone else's. Building it yourself is the study method. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to walk through the core mechanics of how you actually create your index, and this process works no matter which final format you end up choosing. It really just boils down to 4 simple steps. 1, you're going to go through your books page by page, no shortcuts. 2, as you read, you'll identify all the key terms, tools, and concepts. 3, you log every single one in a simple spreadsheet. And 4, once you're all done, you just consolidate and alphabetize everything into one master list. That's it.
And your spreadsheet should be super simple. This is your raw data. You really just need a column for the keyword, the book and page number, super important, and a short description. You can see with these examples, like for wmixsec.py or password dictionaries, the goal is just to be clear, concise, and easy to find later.
So, what should you actually put in there? Well, pretty much everything is fair game. We're talking key topics, acronyms, specific tools and their commands, processes, references to cheat sheets, and every single lab from your workbook. And here's a pro tip. Index concepts you think you already know cold. Why? Because that familiar term can be your anchor, your gateway, to finding related, less familiar info that's nearby in the book.
Okay, so you've got all this raw data in your spreadsheet. Now what? Let's talk about how to turn it into a tool you can actually use on exam day. There are a few popular ways to do this, and the whole point is to find the system that just clicks for you.
The most basic approach is the one we've already started, just the spreadsheet method. You clean up that spreadsheet, make sure it's alphabetized by keyword, and print it out. You know, it's simple, it's easy to create, and it's really the foundation for any other method you might try. Next up is something called the pancake method. This adds a physical, visual layer to what you're doing. You use different colored sticky tabs on the edges of your books, where each color might represent a major topic or a specific book. You can even color code your spreadsheet to match. This lets you visually grab the right book and jump straight to the right section in a flash.
And for those of you who want a really polished final product, there's a fantastic free web tool called Voltaire. You just import your finished spreadsheet and poof, it automatically formats everything into a clean, multi-column, professional-looking document. It's perfect for sending to a print shop to get bound. Trust me, having a durable, easy-to-flip-through book on exam day feels great. Which brings us to the golden rule of all this. It really doesn't matter if you use fancy tabs, Voltaire, or just a simple printout. The best index is the one that's personal to you, the one that lets you find exactly what you need, accurately, and most importantly, quickly.
But listen, creating the index is only half the battle. You have to think of it like a living document. It is not truly finished until you've put it to the test under real pressure. Here's your benchmark, your goal. During your practice tests, you should be able to find any piece of information using your index in about 30 to 45 seconds, max. If it's taking you longer, that's not a failure. It's just a signal. It's telling you that your index needs a little tune-up in that area.
So, how do you refine it?
Simple. You use your 2 practice exams to hunt down the weak spots. When a question stumps you, ask yourself, why couldn't I find this? Then go back and add the keywords you were missing. Add different ways of phrasing things like Azure AD and AAD because you never know how a question will be worded. This back and forth process is what turns a good index into a great one.
And finally, we've arrived at exam day. You've done all the work, you've refined your tool, and now it is time to trust the system that you built for yourself.
Remember, that printed, bound index sitting next to you isn't just a stack of paper. It is the physical proof of all your hours of study and preparation. It's a source of confidence. You've already done the hard part. And just remember this, you have to trust yourself. Your index is there to support you, not to replace the knowledge you've already gained. You put in the hours, so trust that work, and just use the incredible tool you built to back yourself up.
At the end of the day, you've gone through the process, you've absorbed the material, and you have forged the key to your own success. The only question left is, are you ready to use it?